Are you just getting into IT? Are you wanting to install your first OS? Are you wanting to build your own computer and install Windows 11? Stay tuned and find out how. So you want to install Windows 11. The easiest way is to just buy the media and install it from there. But if you don't have the media, maybe you just want to try out Windows 11. You can go to microsoft.com/software-download/Windows 11, and you will get directed to this page here. This page is where you can download the Windows 11 installation assistance, similar to Windows 10. You can create installation media, or you can just download the disk ISO, which is what we're going to do for this example today. So you just click Windows 11, hit download. It's going to ask you for a language. Choose your language. I'll choose English. Hit confirm, and it's going to give you a link that's valid for 24 hours. So this link right here, you download, and then you will end up with a downloaded ISO file. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach that ISO to this Windows 11 VM here. I'm using VMware Workstation, but you can use VirtualBox or any other hypervisor that you want. So we're gonna go ahead and edit the settings here. I'm gonna attach the ISO. And I'm gonna hit OK. Now you can see here on the left hand side of my screen, I've given my VM 8 cores with 8 gigs of RAM. If you don't have that, you don't have to get it. I'm just trying to make mine as quick as possible for this demo. So we're gonna go ahead and power on the virtual machine. Hit any key so we can boot. Now, if you do download an ISO and you need to actually install it on a computer, the easiest way is to use something like Rufus. There's others out there, but Rufus is probably the easiest. But you can download Rufus and have Rufus take your ISO and turn it into a bootable USB. So we're just gonna wait here for this. Once you get to the screen, you can hit next. This is just choosing languages and whatnot. Nothing too impressive here. And then on this part, you hit install now, and it's going to start the setup. And this is my first time actually installing Windows 11 from the base, so since I'm downloading this in a or since I'm doing this in a test environment, I'm gonna hit I don't have a product key. Now, the version depends on the license that you have. I generally, when I buy Windows for my computers, I will buy Pro because it's what I'm used to. I use it every day at work. I mean, we use Pro in Enterprise, so I'm gonna select Pro on this one. I will say Windows 10 Home made it very difficult to install without a Microsoft account, but there are ways around that. But we're going to experiment. I haven't actually done this from scratch, so I took a Windows 10 VM and updated it or upgraded it in my tests. So we're going to try this out and see where we get. So let's go ahead and hit next. So for some reason this is saying I don't meet the minimum requirements. So let's see if we can fix that. Yeah, so in VMware Workstation you have to add a TPM. I did not do that, so we're going to go ahead and shut this VM off. We're going to edit the machine. We're going to add a TPM module. We're going to change the firmware and then add a TPM module. I don't remember where. I know it's in here somewhere, because I had to do this on my last one too. Okay, so yeah, it's under advanced UEFI, enable secure boot. So we're gonna go back over to hardware, try to add the TPM again. Must be encrypted, that's what I forgot. So you have to actually, for whatever reason, we have to, in VMware Workstation, you have to encrypt the VM for it to work. So let's see where. Access control. Duh. So we're going to encrypt this virtual machine. Now we're going to go add our TPM. We're going to hit OK. And we're going to boot the VM again. Now, I don't know. I know with Windows 11 you do have to have a TPM. And it has to be a TPM version 2. I don't know if what VirtualBox's capabilities are in that aspect. So we're just going to boot into the Windows setup again, and once that's booted, we'll continue our setup. Okay, so now we're back at the Windows setup screen. You have the options we discussed the last time. We'll hit next, install now, and I wish that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, sorry. So I'll blow it up a little bit. So we're gonna hit I don't have a product key. We're gonna hit Windows 11 Pro again, and next. Now we should be good. So we have our TPM installed. So I have always done this. I never use the upgrade/install path. I always go custom. Make sure my disk is good and hit next, or you know, you can, if you're using another computer, you can clear out your partitions that way. Now when you do delete these, it will delete them, whatever data is on them, so you want to make sure that your okay with that. So now we're just going to go through the install. It's pretty simple, pretty quick. So we'll wait for that to finish up, and then we will go on to the next part. So now the installation is done. It's going to go through and go ahead and reboot. You can click restart now if you really want to. So we're just going to do that, although I don't think we clicked on it. So now we're actually booting into the Windows setup. So when you buy a new computer, this is kind of the spot that you're at. If you bought a computer pre-installed with Windows. So the computer will boot up into the setup portion where you put like your user information and that type of stuff in. It's going to go through and do all its getting ready stages. Your computer, when you do this, may reboot a couple times. It just depends. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So now we are at the region select screen. I'm in the United States, so I'm going to say yes to the United States. And I don't know, you probably didn't hear the sound when it booted, but it does have some weird login, or not login, but a boot sound when it boots into this. So I'm going to use the keyboard, US keyboard, because I'm in the US. I don't want to add a second layout, so I'm going to skip. I'm not 100% sure if this VM is on the network, so we'll see how that works out. So we're going to go ahead and name our computer. So we'll do Win 11. Let's do Win 11 tut. Next. Looks like we're rebooting again. Not sure if that was intended, but I mean, Windows does reboot after a name change, but you would think that it would warn you, at least. So you can set up for personal use. I always go with the setup for work or school, because generally that will let you create a local account without needing to sign up for a Microsoft account, which of course it says right here. So we're going to hit next. Let's just try to hit next, because I'm not going to sign in with whatever other sign in options. So another reason I go with Pro, granted it's more expensive, but you can hit domain join instead, which will let you create a local account. So I don't like that it forces you to do this. Because in a domain environment, you're not gonna, I mean, you'll have other ways to reset your password and not have to worry about your security questions. So I always turn all the location analytics stuff off because I don't use any of it, and I don't like the fact, or I don't like feeling like I'm being tracked, even though I am almost everywhere. Especially since like I have Google Fiber, so yeah, you know how Google likes to take your information. But at the same time, it's kind of the price you pay now. I mean, we are the product in almost everything. So it looks like now we're getting past the login section. It's gonna load us into our profile here in a moment. Hey, we're almost there. And now you have successfully installed Windows 11. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If not, well, you probably haven't stuck around to give me a thumbs down, or you already did and left. Subscribe so you don't miss my next video. I'm trying to release a video every week. I kind of started in a weird time, so I started around the holidays, so it kind of has thrown off my schedule, but I'm trying to get some videos built up so that I can release stuff during the holidays. I have several ways to reach me, and of course the rest of my community, or our community. If you want to interact with us, you can join us in our forums, community.itbible.org, via Matrix at chat.itbible.net. We're on Discord, so you can go to discord.itbible.net and get into our Discord. And then if you want to watch any more videos, there should be some right above my head or around me somewhere that you can click on, and then I will see, and then you'll go to that video. So I will see you in the next video. Have a good rest of your day or night, or just have good times. Bye.